Mathematics is the exploration and use of patterns and relationships in quantities, space and time. Statistics is the exploration and use of the patterns and relationships in data. So these two disciplines, mathematics and statistics, are related but have differing ways of thinking and of solving problems. Both equip learners with effective means for investigating, interpreting, explaining and making sense of the world in which they live. If I say mathematics, what first comes to your mind? What is the feeling that you have? Take note, because whatever that feeling is, it's going to be transferred to the children, who you engage with and who you teach with. Recently, there's been a lot in the media about mathematics and how the standards within New Zealand have been falling, and they've been exploring why this might be. Well, I want to talk today a little bit about mathematics in the early childhood setting. And as teachers, we need to be confident and competent in this area. With that competence and confidence, we need to transfer a love for mathematics to our children. Confidence in mathematics comes from knowing your stuff, knowing what to teach children, knowing how to teach mathematics to them. Let me talk about when mathematics might start within a child's brain. The beginning of mathematics development starts right from birth, right from their infancy, from the day that they were born, because all the environmental factors come together and create a mathematical environment for our infants. For instance, right from the very time they're born, they're exposed to pattern, the rhythm of their day, maybe the pattern within the musical mobile of some sort. They are also exposed to space. You know, when the young child is swaddled, they understand that feeling of being held close. When they're on the nappy changing table or something, they've got the freedom of all their arms and legs moving. They're understanding and beginning to build up an understanding of space. That's a mathematical concept. Also, you know, when you've got a young child, you're always going up, down, lift, you want to be held in, let's go in the car. All those positional language that you're experiencing and sharing with a young child. I love the fact that mathematics is experienced by an infant, by a baby. For instance, when a teacher might sing or a parent might sing to a child, it's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. Notice the timing, notice the pattern, notice the spacing. All those things are actually going into a young child's brain and is creating a very basic foundation of mathematics. They're actually, when you're singing to a child in that very rhythmical way, you're creating an understanding of numbers. I encourage all my teachers to sing to infants as often as they can. I also encourage them within their weekly planning to make sure that they have factored in, that they've written in, that they've programmed in a nursery rhyme. Because nursery rhymes are amazing for teaching the beginning stages of mathematics. I mean, you know, this little piggy went to the market and that's all one-to-one correspondence. Lots and lots of fun. Further on in a young child's mathematical journey, when they arrive at primary school and when they go on to secondary school, mathematics is really about the understanding of the methodology in order to find the right answer. So it's about accuracy and about getting that answer right. And that is very, very important because to understand the process and the way to get to that accurate answer leads on to the ability as adults to approximate and to estimate. The ability to solve problems is very, very important. It's going to hold you in great stead throughout all your life, and you need those accurate systems to be able to solve problems. And so we've talked a little bit about infants. We've talked a little bit about primary age children and older children, and now we go into adulthood. Adulthood, we move into mathematics and where we are estimating and doing rough calculations. Those rough calculations might sound like, how long will it take me to get to work, considering the traffic at the moment or considering the rain? And you approximate. It might be, how much garlic do I need to put into this mince, because last time I could hardly even taste it. So you approximate, you estimate. And it might be you go to the shops and you think, okay, I need 2 bottles of milk, some butter and maybe some yogurt. If I work that out, it probably will cost me about $20. I should be okay, I'll take $20. So you're not doing exact maths every day, but because you've laid that foundation of accuracy within the primary and school years, that accuracy allows you to have a good guess. The baseline for competency within mathematics is actually having a really good understanding of the definition of mathematics. I'm amazed at how many teachers do not actually know or have a really good understanding of even what the definition of mathematics is. So we find a really, really good definition within the New Zealand curriculum. Let me read it to you. Mathematics is the exploration and use of patterns and relationships in quantities, space and time. Statistics is the exploration and use of the patterns and relationships in data. So these two disciplines, mathematics and statistics, are related but have differing ways of thinking and of solving problems. Both equip learners with effective means for investigating, interpreting, explaining and making sense of the world in which they live. Now that's a great definition, but it does take time to ponder and think about it. In Te Whariki Manareo, the communication strand, it gives us a definition of what we as New Zealand early childhood teachers should be doing. It says, as a learning outcome, over time and with guidance and encouragement, children become increasingly capable of recognising mathematical symbols and concepts and using them with enjoyment, meaning and purpose. It goes on to say that these outcomes will be observed as learning in progress. For example, when children demonstrate familiarity with numbers and their uses by exploring and observing their use in activities that have meaning and purpose. When children demonstrate the ability to explore, enjoy, describe patterns and relationships related to quantity, number, measurement, shape and space. And when children demonstrate recognition that numbers can amuse, delight, comfort, illuminate, inform and excite, we know that learning is in progress. So as early childhood teachers, we have a mandate to be excited and to share that excitement with our children about mathematics. Once we as early childhood teachers begin to deepen our understanding of mathematics, we can make sure that these learning outcomes are within our everyday daily routines, within our everyday life and interactions with children and with young children. Mathematical language within play is a great start, and this is where we need to start with our infants, toddlers and young children, because mathematical language is what they need to be exposed to. When we use the words more or less, we are comparing things. When we use the words how much or how many, we are numbering things. When we are grouping, sorting or matching, we're classifying things. We're noticing if something is the same or different, and we're counting. When we use the words high, low, big, little, full, empty, we are measuring. When we use the words heavy or light, we are talking about mass. When we use the words upside down, up, down, next to, between, we're talking about positional language and position, and we're also talking about direction. When we use the words straight, curved, bent, we're talking about shape. When we use the word top, edge, we're talking about area. When we use the words half there and half over there, we're talking about fractions. Use the word sharing, we're talking about division. When we use the words 1, 2, 3, 4, we're learning about number names. And we're learning about counting. We're actually learning that the last name that we said indicates how many things are actually there. The key to remember for young children is it's all about doing. And as they are doing things, as they are classifying, as they are sorting, as they are looking at numbers, as they are chanting, they are actually learning so much more, and it all happens before they encounter written numerals. Classification is a pre-number concept that children need a lot of experimentation with and a lot of communication with. As adults, I'm not even sure that we all understand that we're constantly classifying things. You bring in the laundry and you're sorting it. You go to the shop, the grocery store, and you go into an area where all the food is grouped together or classified down an aisle. I mean, you look in books at indices or something is alphabetized. As you bring out the cutlery from the dishwasher, you sort that out into the different areas that they should go. It just becomes natural to you. But for a young child, that needs a lot of work, a lot of practice. And the more they do it with parents, the more they do it with you, the better they're going to have a pre-number concept. As early as 2 years of age, children can parrot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way up to even 20. But that doesn't mean that they understand what the concept of those numbers are. They need to have a lot of play with those numbers to understand number conservation and one-to-one correspondence. That comes later. I love it when I see young toddlers, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're having fun, they're enjoying themselves, but they have little understanding of that one-to-one correspondence. But those numbers are amusing them, and it is a great start for their future. Remember to capture the teachable moment. When the child comes in and says, I'm taller than the doorknob, or I'm bigger than my friend, or my baby is really small and I'm big, all those times where they think they're wonderful because they can do something that they haven't been able to do before. But use that language, tall, big, small, and expand on that language. Young children think that they have more in a cup just simply because the cup's taller. They might have exactly the same as their friend, but because their cup is taller, they think they've got more. So celebrate this mathematical, language and what they're doing, but also remember to share and teach and train and just adjust their misconceptions by saying, well, let's go actually see, do you have more? Just because your cup is taller, and then take that moment to teach them that maybe what they thought might not actually be right. You can teach infants, toddlers and young children anything you like, so long as you're having fun with it. I repeat, as educators, we must be confident and competent in the field of mathematics. When we are confident, then I know we will pass that on to our children. This video is just a short snippet from my workshop, Literacy and Numeracy in Early Childhood Education. And you can find out more about those workshops by looking on www.forwardpd.co.nz. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to know anything more, please write in the comment section. And if you want notifications of next videos, just tick that little bell or press that bell. and it's been my pleasure speaking with you, and I hope you enjoyed it.